What is going on, guys? We are back at it again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about a lens that has never let me down and why it's still relevant today. So I've been meaning to make a video on the Nifty 50 for a couple years now, and yes, I say years because I've had this lens in my camera bag since 2017. For those of you that don't know, the Nifty 50 is a Canon 50mm EF STM lens. This has to be one of the most well-known lenses in the creator space, so let's give some background information on it. It was released in May of 2015 and it's been a hit ever since. The price for the lens comes in at $125 US. It's a prime lens with the focal length of 50mm and it has an aperture that goes all the way down to f1.8. And just looking at the lens, it doesn't really scream expensive or professional. It's made of plastic and it kind of fits in anyone's hands. It kind of feels like a toy in a way. So the reason that I'm making this video about a lens that is 5 years old is because I feel like it's still relevant and it still competes with top of the line lenses. And not only does it compete with other top of the line gear, the quality and results of this lens are still top notch. Top notch. Top notch. Who the fuck says top notch nowadays, bro? Top notch. Whatever. And when it comes to me personally, I shoot on the Canon EOS R, meaning that I can't use the Nifty 50 on my camera unless I have the RF to EF adapter, which of course was something that I quickly bought whenever I moved over to the EOS R because all of my lenses at the time were EF lenses. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down on my personal experience with it. I'm not going to be diving in too crazy into the specs. I'm just going to be letting y'all know my thoughts on it and why I still use it. So let's start off with video. All of my YouTube videos that I shoot here in my room are shot on the 50mm. What you're seeing right now is being shot on the 50mm. The reason I shoot on the 50mm in my room is because I like the amount of bokeh that it gives my videos. Bokeh meaning a fancy way of saying the blurriness behind me. I kind of like the way that it gives that look in my videos. But of course, watching this video right now, it doesn't really give you an accurate representation of the sharpness of the lens because I use ProMist filters on everything. But here are a couple examples of professional work that I've gotten to use this lens on. This has always been my go-to lens whenever it comes to interviews or B-roll sequences just because it gives you that shallow depth of field. The downfall is that it doesn't come with image stabilization, but you can always fix it in post or simply just have stable hands. And when it comes to photos, this is my favorite lens to use in low light. Reason being, it all goes back down to the low aperture that this lens has. The lower the aperture, the more light goes into your lens, meaning at night this lens is pure magic. Even with my Canon T4i, which is terrible in low light, I was able to capture photos at night. These are a couple examples that show you that extreme bokeh and the low light capabilities of the Nifty 50. Overall, there's really nothing wrong with this lens. I've enjoyed using it and I've never had any issues with it. I've created great videos with it and it's helped me grow as a creator, and I feel like I'm never gonna let this lens go. I encourage everyone to go out and buy this lens. If you have a Canon camera, go ahead and go and buy it. You're always gonna need it. You're always gonna find a way to incorporate it into your work and you won't regret it. And yes, in 2020, the Nifty 50 still lives on. I don't feel like it's gonna die out anytime soon. I know Canon just released a new RF version for it, but this is still a cheaper alternative and it works with most Canon cameras. And one last thing before I leave, don't forget to enter the mic giveaway from last week. The deadline is going to be next Wednesday and the winner is going to be announced on the 13th. But that's going to be it for this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all next week. Peace.